Welcome to the Land Your Bet Sports Betting Show. Going to be going impromptu. How about a big shout out for David for just being like, yeah, I can go live when on a whim here. So yeah, we're going to have David producing per usual, which we are super grateful for. Going to be collecting those bets from you guys. Definitely want to jump in there with your bets, as you can see David bringing that up for us. And let me know what you guys want to look at. I mean, I'm going to do a lot of this, like just basically doing my handicapping live on a show with y'all, because it is a crazy day for injuries. So I'm going to just get right into what we're looking at. I do need to get some bets up on the bottom line so that y'all can make sure you get that up. I'm adding those now. I'm just grabbing them from the card here on the VIP, and we'll get into it. I'm going to throw those in just a second. But while people are trickling in, should let y'all know we had a very, very good night last night. Went 6-1. I'll bring that up. We went 6-1. You don't need that yet. You need this. 6-1, 5.3 units that we got there on the night. Had that little SGP where Tyus Jones stayed under the 7 assists, which was beautiful. We love to see it. So we're good with that one. Like I said, I'm going to be throwing my bets up on the bottom line. But if you look through this, we are 44.6 units up on the season. So we're feeling good, I should say. And we are going to keep it rolling. I'm looking for 100 units before we get to the playoffs. I think most of you guys know that. So we're going to keep it rolling to look for that stuff here. Let me just go like that. Get this stuff up on the sheet for you. So we're going to have everything that we find here scrolling on the bottom line as well. For those of you guys that are new, if you come in late, that's where you want to look, is on that scrolling bottom line, which is about to come up as soon as I put some of these bets in here to make sure y'all can get them in for the games that are going to start here in just a few hours. So we got the Hornets coming up against the Thunder. We are waiting on some injury news. We'll talk about that right now. But the 3 bets that I have up are now scrolling on the bottom line, and I'll run through those with you guys in just a minute. But it is some backups as we look at some of these weird games with some weird injuries and all that kind of stuff. So let me keep it moving. I do want to let y'all know that are here early. We have 5 codes that I made this morning for the 44 units that we're now up on the season. So up 44 is going to get you 44% off your first month in the VIP if you're interested. So jump in there and get that going if you want to jump in with the code, because there's 5 of them. Also let you know that on the bottom line, or not the bottom line, underneath me right now, as you can see, there's a Prop Madness code for 25% off. We'll be using that all show. Any of these books here that you see on the bottom line, or excuse me, that are scrolling underneath me, if you do want to get into the VIP for a free month, I'm offering you guys a little special deal here. Sign up for one of the books that are scrolling there and DM me a screenshot of you doing that, and we'll get that up. My bad, David. I'm taking your job. We'll get that up. I got it, dude. No worries. DM the screenshot to JL Boogie, Twitter and Discord for a free month in the VIP. So that's all. Like right now, we have REBET up. We're gonna have one for Better. We've got one for Sleeper. We've got one for Underdog, and we've got one for BetMGM. So those are scrolling right here, linked in the description of the video. DM me a screenshot of you signing up for one of those books using the code LYB, and that'll get you a free month in the VIP as well. Like I said, up 44 units. Really good night yesterday. Over the last 10 days, we're up 15 units. So really a lot to like about what we got going on. Let me get right into what we're looking at here. I'll go through the bets that I've got for you guys, but I should at least talk about this injury news real quick too. As you can see, we've got these dudes that we're looking at. So keep an eye on that. He's listed out. Look at that right as we get into it. Okay, so we can just start with this Milwaukee-Chicago game, because now Giannis is officially out. So we know that he's not playing. We know Dame is playing. Dame is in. Giannis is out. Everything's going to start moving around. I don't think Dame 7.5 assists is going to be there anymore. If you can still get Dame 7.5 dimes, I would do that quickly, but I think that's about to go up. Dame against the Bulls. We know that we've been attacking Bulls opponents and their assists all season. This is this season without Giannis. He had 7 dimes against the Cavs. This team is, and you see here real quick, this is Props Madness. I'm just getting right into it. So if you do want to use Prop Madness, use code LYB when you sign up, and hopefully you'll get something out of watching me use this platform right here to help you understand why you need it for your bets. Awesome. We know Chris Middleton's in. He had a probable tag, but that was when you get a probable tag on Chris Middleton these days, it's kind of a cue, to be honest, if he's on the injury report at all. So good to know that Middleton is playing. But yes, you see here, if you do want to use Props Madness, use promo code LYB when you sign up. That'll get you 25% off your first month. This is me right now. I've got Dame filtered in the games that he's played without Giannis, right? So we know without Giannis, he's played 2 games this season, 7 assists against the Cavs, who I have opponent assists allowed selected here under advanced filters. I know I'm moving fast, but if you do select opponent assists allowed, you can see how good the other team is at limiting assists and how Dame has done against those teams. So the Heat here, he got 12 dimes on 12 potentials, had that they are 18th limiting assists. The Cavs are 9th best limiting assists. And you can see that when I hover over this Cavs game right here, they are 9th best. So I'm fine that he missed the 7. He had 14 potentials. He should be getting 8 dimes off 14 potentials a lot of the time, but this is a very good defense, and the Cavs didn't let it up. The Heat actually give up a good amount of assists. He got it against them. If you look at him against the Bulls this season by just selecting head-to-head right here, so we see the games he's played against the Bulls this year. We're looking at 8 with Giannis, and that was in 36 minutes, 19 potentials, though. The other game, also with Giannis, but without Chris Middleton, 14 potential assists, and he got 10. And this is the second worst team at limiting assists in the league in Chicago. So this is why we look at this stuff. But I don't even think this is probably here on Caesars. I think this is probably needs to pull through, and then it'll show us that Caesars is not even available. This is probably going to come back out at 8.5, and I'm going to leave it alone. I want to show you something that came up in the VIP today as you guys are talking about these Dame bets now that Giannis is out. And shout out our guy, Hannah Not Hannah, also known as JK. I'll just messily show you this, what he wrote here, or what he screenshotted for us in the VIP Discord. You can see that Dame was talking about his illness. I've never been that sick before in my entire life. I wasn't throwing up nothing. I didn't eat it all. I didn't get up, nothing. It was bad. A couple of days ago, I tried to work out because I wanted to play against Brooklyn, but I mean, the whole time I was working out, it just kept making me coughing up shit. I got through the workout, but I couldn't breathe good. So the last couple of days, that's all I've been doing, just trying to work the stuff out. And it's still been like having me super winded. But I mean, I guess at some point, you just got to get out there and burn it out. So that's why my plan is. So he's going to be out there, not 100%. He's going to be struggling. This is the kind of stuff that I really appreciate from the VIP cappers. Hannah Not Hannah, also a guest capper in the VIP Discord and the free Discord, showing us some really good information that's always helpful for these bets. So keep in mind, Dame's coming back, but I don't know, man. This is a game where I'm like, if you're hawking up a lung, how are you supposed to be playing basketball after that? So maybe Dame flu game. I don't know. I mean, the thing here too is like the points. At the end of the day, I love the assists, but how could I stay away from the points? If you look at him without Giannis this season, he's played 2 games without him and took a ton of shots. He was really, really efficient. I will say that. And he was also playing without Chris Middleton. So it's not like it's super, super, super helpful. But here's what I was looking at. This is the last thing that I'll look at because I can't get next to 28 points for Dame just yet. Not with the fact that he's that sick, like we just saw. So if you are looking at the points and maybe you think he can do that and fight through the illness and be not too winded, I don't think I can take anything, but the points would be where I'd be going. This is Fantasy Labs, and this shows us how players do with certain guys on or off court with them. So we can see more than just how did he do in the games where Giannis was out. We can see how does he do when Giannis is off the floor for every minute that Dame has been on the floor this season without Giannis. How has he done? So I put Dame on court. You can see you just select the players here. I put Giannis off court. Same thing, just select those players. And so we've got Dame on, Giannis off. That's been 295 minutes that Dame has played without Giannis. Oh, stupid bubble. Oh my God, that's going to make me so mad. Oh boy. All right. Well, the audio is still rocking. So I might need to come back because this is a fucking function that is so goddamn annoying. Oh my word. Oh my God. Stand by. Yeah, it's not even come back. All right. I'm going to come right back, David. Fuck me. That's enough. Really need to turn that bullshit off. Oh man, that's nasty. All right, getting back to it. Let me start sharing my screen again. This bubble shit. Does anybody need the thumbs up bubble on Facebook? Can we get that fucking wiped away, dude? What is the point of that shit? I'm sure I could turn it off. Anyway, we got, okay, Derek Live listed off for Saturday. We'll keep that in mind for the Mavs game. Finishing my point here, Dame's played 295 minutes without Giannis on the floor. He's at 32 points per 36 minutes. He's going to play 36 minutes in this game. And he's at about 8.4 dimes per 36. So I was ready to take him to get 10 assists against this shit-ass team. But once again, I don't know that I can do it with the fact that we've got Dame so sick. So I'm going to run through some of these comments too, because I got some stuff real quick that you guys are asking me about. Let's see real quick. The link for the VIP, I believe we have that. right here. Got that up for you. So if you do want to jump in, the link is in the description of the video. And like I said, make sure you use that code UP44 that's live right now to get 44% off. We got 5 of those that are live. Haven't double checked, but I'm sure they're down to like 3 or 4 right now. So what happens when you go 6-1 the night before and when you're 44.5 units up on the season. But anyway, that's one question I wanted to answer. The other one was, yeah, no doubt. So if you want to use, the MGM, if you want to sign up for MGM and you don't have an account yet, link is in the description of the video as well. Let me make sure I'm not lying to you, but you want to, when you sign up, just use code LYB. You don't even need a link. So if you use code LYB for any of the stuff you're signing up for to get that free month, you also need to deposit the $10. But yeah, that's the deal for today. Is any of those books that are rolling, if you don't have BetMGM, for example, use code LYB when you sign up. That's going to get you up to $1,500 back in bonus bets. So if you miss your first bet, however much you bet on it, up to $1,500, you will get your that money back in bonus bets if it doesn't cash, right? So that's the benefit here of using that code for LYB for BetMGM, for fantasy, or for Underdog Fantasy. For any of these, LYB is the code when you sign up. If you don't have an account, you'll be good to go. So appreciate the questions, though. Let me know whatever you guys got coming. David, I didn't mean to hit you. I think you had a comment that you wanted to look at that you put up, so please feel free. That's my bad for overriding that one, but
it was just to try to help out with your thumbs
up. Oh, you needed to. Okay, thank you. This is important info. Appreciate whoever. Is that you? You know that, or did someone put that in the chat for us?
Yeah, that's just Google.
Okay, yeah, cool. Google. What a hell of a product. No, cool. All right, we'll get rid of that thumbs up at some point. The other thing, I think we got Daft in here, man. I just at least got to say what's up to my boy. Honestly, it's just because I miss you, man. I love you and miss you. So hope we can talk soon. I know you got kids, but like, I don't know. I don't think your kids need to be that much of a priority over me, fam. Like, I don't know. Anyway, I thought we were boys, but we'll talk soon, I'm sure. All right, let's keep it rolling. Dame, like I said, the bet would be whatever you want. I would be taking overs all over the place for Dame, except for the fact that dude has been hawking up parts of his insides out of his mouth because he's so sick. That doesn't sound like a dude who's ready to play hoop. That's all I'm saying. Keep that in mind. The bets that I do have that I want to run through, and I know we got some comments for some looks, so I'm going to get to those as well. But yeah, also, if you would give that video a like, I haven't asked that for that yet, but that goes a super, super long way. Much more than anything. So yeah, go ahead and hit that like button if you would. And keep in mind, we got a bunch of VIP cappers in here. We got Free Sauce in here. We got a couple others that we know are VIP cappers in the Discord. So definitely listen to what they're throwing in the comments as well. They got some great looks. I know Free Sauce been hot lately. So the first look here, we don't have an update yet on Mr. Brunson, correct? Right. So we're waiting on this Washington Knicks game. We're waiting on Jordan Poole and Jalen Brunson to be listed officially out or in. Thing is, and I'll bring up #basketball. This is another fire tool that I hope you guys are using, because what this shows you is teams that are playing on a back-to-back today and teams that will be playing again twice in a row tomorrow. And so the way you do that, I'm going to select Friday and Saturday, and this is going to show me these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams are all on the second leg of a back-to-back. And for this Warriors team, you can see that, or Warriors, for the Knicks team here, you can see they played San Antonio on Wednesday. That was a tough game on Christmas. Orlando, even though they won by 13, slobber knocker, as we say in the NFL. And now they're playing the poo-poo Wizards. No disrespect to Van Negro Jones, whose squad that is. But yeah, they're poo-poo. So he's playing Washington. I know Tibbs is a psychopath, and Tom Thibodeau, the head coach of the Knicks, he's always going to stay playing his dudes 40 minutes as much as he can. We'll probably see Mikal Bridges and OG and Josh Hart play like 42 minutes tonight, because if Brunson doesn't play, if Brunson does play, I still think Miles McBride, which is scrolling on the bottom line, is a wonderful, wonderful bet. I got him at 9.5 for -130, but I also just hit him for the 15 plus for Miles McBride. And I got that for +350 on FanDuel for Miles. It's just really simple. Like, he's coming in against an awful team. I don't know what you need to know about the Wizards defense. It's bad. They are the third ranked, 28th in defensive rating. So third worst defensive rated team. They play at the fourth fastest pace. So they keep pushing it. They get a lot of offense and no defense. Miles is going to be in there for 25 minutes. If Brunson doesn't play, Miles is probably going to be in there for 30 to 32 minutes. He's only played 30 minutes once this season, and that was with Brunson, right? Brunson has not missed a game yet this year. So let's take this minutes filter and just move it up for Miles real quick and look at it at 20 plus minutes. He's at 10.6 points on the season. He is at 11 of 24 that he's gone over, right? If you pump this up to 25 minutes for him, He's at 10 of 18. He's at 12 points per game. I think this is still good at 10.5 because I hit it at 15 plus, right? I think 15 plus if Jalen doesn't play is great. If Jalen does play, I still think it's good enough at 3.5 to 1. So you know that I like this up to 15 plus, but you got to get the juice. I got 3 to 1, better than 3 to 1 for 15 plus. So you got to make sure with that with Miles. But with the minutes, like against this Washington team, I don't know why you would not up his usage and down Jalen's, other than Tom Thibodeau is a complete fucking maniac who just plays his dudes all game, every game for whatever reason. But oh, yeah, that sucks. Hard Rock is trash. I mean, give him some time. Nicky Cutlets, I love the name, bro. Nicky, yeah, give him some time, but like they got to figure their shit out because that is garbage, what you're talking about too. So yeah, I agree with you. Those of y'all in Florida, I mean, at least you have a book, right? But either way. So Miles, I love in this game. I didn't pick anything else up in this one. If Jay Poole is out, I mean, I think Alexander Sarr is still a good look. I know Free Sauce been on him. Free Sauce, let me know if you're out there in the chat. Did you like Homeboy today, Alexander Sarr? You're kind of the Sarr whisperer. So I'd like to hear what you had to say. I know you took him yesterday for a couple threes. He had 15 points against Poo-Poo Charlotte. So I would love to know what you think about that too. He had 8 in 24 minutes against his squad last time. They lost by 28. So I haven't been up on him as much, but that is the Sarr whisperer is our brother. Free Sauce. So let me move out of this one because I got one more that I did play already, and it is in the first game. That's going to be at 4 or 7 p.m. What is it, 6 p.m. on the East Coast, and that is this Thunder Hornets game. I believe we just saw from David that we don't know yet what's up with Charlotte. We are waiting on LaMelo and Brandon Miller, and I think that and Mark Williams as well. So let me just pull up this. This is the official NBA injury report. For those of you that are not familiar, this is linked in the description of the video, this site right here. This is the NBA teams sending the NBA their official injury reports. So this is gospel, right? What this says is what is word. So we got to at least look at this consistently. It updates once an hour on the half hour. So it is 4:45 p.m. on the East Coast. In about 45 minutes at 5:30, this is going to give us one more update to see if anything changed. So when we look at the which game was I just looking at? This Hornets and Thunder game. When I pull that one up, you can see the key things here on Charlotte that we need to know is LaMelo. We need to know about Cody Martin, Brandon Miller, and Mark Williams. This team is a fucking tire fire. But the Thunder, what I love is that they are not starting Lou Dort. They're not playing Lou Dort. They're not playing Kayson Wallace, and they are not playing Alex Caruso. There are a slew of wing defender bench players for the Thunder. So now you're going to see Aaron Wiggins come in and play. You're going to see Isaiah Joe come in and play. Isaiah Joe is going to start. He started before. They should both be starting. If they start Kenrich, whatever. But Isaiah Joe should be good for 25 minutes tonight, just like Miles. There's no reason to play SGA against the backups on Charlotte. Like, let Vasilije Micic and company do their thing on Charlotte. There's no reason to play SGA that many minutes. For OKC, you can say they've had a brutal schedule for a minute now. If I'm back on hashtag basketball just to see their schedule, I mean, I know they played Poo-Poo Washington, then Indy, who they did they smack them? I already forget. And then they beat. Now they have Charlotte, but they're coming off like 2 weeks of playing in the NBA Cup, playing like 5 games a week. This is a team that is resting guys like Caruso and Kayson Wallace because, and if they could, they would probably rest SGA too. They just want to make sure they pull this game out, and then he'll be out of the game. Especially because OKC is playing tomorrow. And that's the final point that I'm making. OKC plays Charlotte today, and I can see right here tomorrow they play Memphis. Who is a better team? Who do you care about more? The in conference rival that you need to beat, or do you care more about playing Charlotte, one of the worst teams in the other conference, right? So I don't know why SGA would play that many minutes. That's why I would go ahead and feel really good about Isaiah Joe, who I hit to get plus over 10.5. And that is still there, minus 110. I don't know if we got the starting lineup listed for that squad yet for OKC. I'm just double checking, but yeah, I don't think we have that starting lineup for them. When we do, I'm actually not that concerned about who starts between Isaiah Joe and Aaron Wiggins, and it could and probably will be both of them. So with that in mind, I still think Isaiah Joe is going to get his 10.5. If you look at him with the minutes, again, let's put him at 20 minutes on the season. When he plays 20 plus minutes, he's at 10.8 points. He's gone over 10 of 16. If he plays 25 minutes on the season, over in 4 of 5, averaging 11.6 as well. So I think he's really good for 11 to 12 in this game. I think the minutes are going to be there enough for him with the shots against a horrible Hornets defense that is ranked on the season 21st in defensive rating. There's going to be opportunity here for Isaiah Joe to get his from the 3-point line. and from everywhere. He's going to shoot mostly above the break threes and maybe a few in the corner. And that's where Charlotte sucks. Their 3-point defense is terrible. So we like Isaiah Joe in that one. That's where we're at. One more lean that I have that I'll go through, but appreciate if everybody go ahead and give that video a like. That is super, super helpful. Goes a long way. One more reminder, if y'all want to jump into the VIP, we are up 44.5 units now. So we're going with a code up44, 44% off your first month. Link to the VIP is in the description of the video. Really simple. It's wap.com/land-your-bets. And that'll get you up to 44%, not up to, that will get you 44% off your first month. So use the link that's in the description of the video. If y'all are on YouTube or even Twitter, I believe, should be able to find that pretty easily. Up 44 gets you the little discount there. So, hey, happy birthday, Roland. Yeah, let's get some wins today for your B-Day, fam. So, yeah, we've got 3 working on there. Let me see what my guy was talking about. Taking 6 threes and averaging 28 minutes a game. He's talking about Sarr. Blow it at, so you should see him chucking. If we're not afraid of Sarr getting taken out in the let me go back to my thing here. If we're not afraid of Sarr getting taken out in the blowout, then yeah, I think he's a really, really good look in this game. So that would be what our boy Free Sauce is talking about, that he's just, it's the volume has been massively increased for this dude. They're still continuing to incorporate him more and more into the offense. So I like this look for Alexander Sarr. Again, it's a tough matchup with the Knicks, but I think the minutes should be there. He's been capped at about 25, but he's getting the look. So let me see if there's anything in the comments. I'm gonna move on. Let's see. Let's go to Bulls Bucks for a minute. So I told you what I think of Dame at this point. David, let me ask you, anything that stood out to you that people were bringing in the chat with this one?
It's really just trying to decide between like Dame and Chris Middleton, and who you can trust.
Yeah. So let's see what Chris Middleton is at. And our boy Bobby, who's kind of hooked. I didn't take him last game, but he's hooked a couple people now, 2 games in a row. So it's only 15.5 against this squad. Interesting. So look at this right here too. You see Pinnacle. Pinnacle is a book that you should be keeping an eye out for. This is a smarter book than the other books. So if you're using DraftKings or Bet Online or Caesars or MGM or 365 or anything, Pinnacle is a sharper book. The reason that it's a sharper book is that it will take sharper money. Like, you're not going to get limited on Pinnacle the way you will get limited on DraftKings. If DraftKings identifies you as a smart bettor, you're out. They're going to limit you. They're not going to let you make money. If you're on Pinnacle and you're sharp, Pinnacle believes in itself and the numbers that it's making on its books enough to let everybody in. So they're smart, and they're smarter than all these other ones. And if Pinnacle is at 16.5 and DraftKings is at 15.5, I'm very inclined to already just know that this is a good over based on the fact that I'm getting a better price on a dumber book, if that makes sense. So if anybody has questions about that, hit me up in the chat. But the point is Pinnacle has a higher number than DraftKings. Meaning DraftKings is a better over now, because this book is telling us it's more likely he gets 17 points. So yeah, I think the Chris Middleton points is probably a play here. If we want to look at how he's done now, we have a little bit more that we can work with. So let's put on court Dame and Chris Middleton, and let's keep Giannis off court. And this is going to show us that in the it's only been 3 minutes that Dame and Chris Middleton have been on the floor together without Giannis. So this doesn't help us at all. But we know now that in the games without Giannis this season, he's played 3. He hasn't gotten above 26 minutes for Chris, and yet he's still at 13 shots, 15 shots, 14 shots. That's a massive usage rate, bro. That is a 33% usage rate, 34% usage rate, and a 25% usage rate. That means that usage rate indicates, are you taking the shot for your team, basically, right? How involved are you in the offense? What percentage of your team's shots are you hoisting? And this dude is hoisting more than a third of his team's shots when he plays without Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now, granted, all 3 of these are without Dame. So that's something to keep in mind here. He's averaging 20 in 3 games without Giannis, but it's also 3 games without Giannis and Damian Lillard. That's why we don't have any numbers with him on court with Dame, but without Giannis. So that's a problem. Maybe we can at least look at last season real quick. Let's see Chris Middleton with Giannis, or with Dame Lillard, but without Giannis last season. There was 202 minutes they did that. Last year, he averaged 17 points per 36. Brolo might be a better look. Brolo has been sneakily doing really well. I don't know why the VIP Discord hates Brook Lopez, but there was some anti-Brook Lopez sentiment in the VIP recently. And first of all, I will not stand for it, because Brolo is a tried and true veteran who changed his game to be able to shoot threes. I have nothing but respect for this man. Maybe we should be looking at him though. So Dame last year was at 23, 6 assists. I'm not using last year as the end all be all, but at least it's more of a sample size than what we have now. Obviously, Malik Beasley was on this team, so it's different, but that's all I have to work with. So I still think 15.5 is a good number for Chris against a really bad defense right here. And now this is going down on Pinnacle, though, right? This was minus 111. Now it's minus 104. This is going to bump down to 15.5 on Pinnacle for sure. So let's wait to see what the market does here. This game doesn't start for a couple hours. I try to preach this to y'all consistently, which is you don't have to bet right away when the bet comes up. Market pressure is going to move this in a direction that I think is going to go in our favor. I've already seen this bump down on Pinnacle because it was minus 111 for the over, and now it's minus 104. So that means it's moving down. People are betting it. It's being pushed down, right? If you bet the under, the total is going to drop. So it went from 16.5, might be seeing 15.5 soon. Let's see if we can get a better number at 15.5 for Chris, but that is a good look. We always got to look at assists against this shit ass defense too, because they give up the second most in the league. I think Chris is going to have the ball in his hands a lot. The thing that sucks is that I would just be all over Dame's props if Dame wasn't sick. So for those of y'all that have come in since I put this up, shout out to the GOAT, Hannah, not Hannah, also JK. I don't know if he's in the chat right now, but he put this up about Dame earlier. Basically, Dame was saying, I got through the workout, but I couldn't breathe good. So the last couple of days, all I've been doing is just trying to work the stuff in his lungs, out of his lungs, and cough it all up. At some point, you just got to go out there and burn it out. So that's what my plan is. So Dame is using this game against the crap ass team in the Bulls to just do his best to, essentially get back into shape. I don't know how much that means how effective he's going to be as a result of that. So that's what's keeping me from betting on this game right now at this point. All right. So yeah. And this is not wrong right here from KB Jr. 87. Good year, 1987. That was a good year for the world. A lot of great people came into the world that year. One of them was Tim Tebow. He's got my birthday in 87, but it was also me and KB Jr. that came around. So y'all are welcome. Yeah, Bulls might win today. I don't know what the spread is, but the Bulls might win. Let's look at Brolo for 1 sec since we're here. 13.5, dog. So this year, let's just do this real quick. This year without Giannis on the floor for Brook Lopez. Where you at, Brolo? Brother Brook. For him this year, without Giannis Antetokounmpo on the floor. Nope, this is last year. Let me get to 24-25. This year, we're looking at, it's not been 408 minutes without Giannis. I got to reset this. I confused it. Let's go to Milwaukee. And for those of y'all jumping in who haven't seen me use Fantasy Labs yet, this is because we know that Giannis is not playing. So I want to see all the minutes, not just the games. I want to see all of the minutes this season that Brolo was on the floor with Giannis not on the floor. So I put Brolo on court. I take Giannis Antetokounmpo and I put him off court. And I got to put this at standard. So now this is per 36 minutes. What's Brolo done without Giannis on the floor? He has played 408 minutes this year. Wow. 408 minutes without Giannis at about 13.8 points. That's what his prop is at, and 5.2 boards. So not that helpful. Let's put a couple other guys on court that we know are going to be playing. So Brolo is going to start for Giannis. Dame's going to be out there, and Chris. Has Chris been starting? I don't think he has, right? They kept him out there for the second unit. Let me look at that real quick. This is going to be popcornmachine.net. This is also in the description of the video. This might seem a little confusing, but this shows you like the rotations in game. So you can see when a dude came in, when a dude was taken out. Really, really, really helpful. So I'm going to go to game flow from this last game and see that Bobby, Ryan Rollins, Chris Middleton, and Andre Jackson's. But now we've got Dame back. So we're probably looking at Dame taking Ryan Rollins' spot. So I think Chris, he might start, but we're not sure. Either way, he's probably going to be good for 25 minutes. So let's go back to this. Let's keep this sucks. I don't have anything. Let's keep Chris off the floor for a minute. What's Brolo doing now? Still 10.8 points, but the 6 boards. What are his rebounds at? If these are 4.5, they're never going to be 4.5. Not without Giannis. The games without Giannis for Brolo this year, 7-6. I don't love it. I really don't love it. Bobby stuff's going to be really high, 10.5. I don't love any of this stuff, honestly, for the Bucks now. I just don't. I don't need to just donate money to find bets on a Saturday. Keep in mind, Saturdays are hella weird, man, because players are already more likely not to play than they would be normally. You think about it, it's a Saturday. These dudes want to go home. Their family, their kids are off school. Their wife isn't working, whatever. they want to go hang out with them. They're more likely to be like, oh, my ankle, right, when it's Saturday or Sunday than over the course of the middle of the week and the weekdays. So that's what it's like. I use a lot of caution when we play on Saturdays. It's kind of why I wanted to make sure we had a live show today, because it's just too much nuance to be telling you guys yes, no to these bets or not. So let's see. I'm gonna see if there's anything else. Yeah, we don't know if Jordan Poole is playing, though, from that Wizards game. So that would be the problem. Now, Freesauce will tell you that our boy Jordan Poole is a legend killer, not so different from Randy Orton, for those of y'all that are wrestling fans. I forgot that Randy Orton was the legend killer. Also served that dude at P.F. Chang's when I worked there in college. Just throwing that out there. It was pretty fire. All right, so what do we do with Jordan Poole? I don't know yet. We got to keep that out. Let's see. Oh, wow. See, now everybody's out for Charlotte. Thank you for that update, David. So we've got Charlotte with nobody in back in that Thunder game. Yeah, I mean, I've already got my bets in for that. It's all backups. So keep that in mind. If you don't yet know the bets that I've already got on the card, those are scrolling on the bottom line right now when you look at them. So like I can answer Jack because he's asking about Hartenstein. Like I can't. He would be a great play. If I don't know why you would play him that many minutes. Tomorrow they're going to be playing Memphis. So now that we have everybody out for Charlotte, like, why would you play these dudes? Play your backups against one of the worst teams in the NBA's backups. And then tomorrow, when you're OKC right here, and you're playing Memphis one day after you play Charlotte, now you're rested for Memphis as opposed to Charlotte. So I'm probably not going to end up having any overs for anybody that's on OKC this game today. So keep that in mind. We'll see what comes out for Charlotte. I'm not in a rush to bet on Charlotte either. We've seen Micic come in, our Serbian bro, on the same squad as Jokic in the Olympics and whatnot. And we've seen KJ Simpson, the rookie, come in. Is he injured? Oh yeah, KJ Simpson's out. So I'm gonna be looking at Meech. Let's get those Meech props up, and as soon as we get Meech props up, then we'll be good. We also got Mark Williams questionable, so we might be looking at some more Nick Richards minutes, maybe some. I'm not gonna bet on Salon, but Diabate. So we're gonna be looking at backups for Charlotte. That's really it. All right, let me keep moving here and see if there's any stuff on the. Hey, another 87 B day was good, bro. Let's see. Yeah, so what's up, Eddie? If you are in the VIP and you're jumping in, you should be able to see Josh's bets card. If you're having trouble with that, hit me directly on Discord at JL Boogie. We'll take a look at that. Let's see. Andre's talking about or my bad. If it's Andre, my bad, bro. Patrick Williams points. Yeah, Pat Williams. I don't hate Pat Williams. I just don't have much respect for him as a basketball player, if we're being honest. I don't know if he's done much. Let's wait to see what's up with Giddey and Io before we come back to that one. Let's see if there's anything we can actually talk about from here real quick. Born 78. What's up, the Juice? Good to have you, bro. Yeah, appreciate you jumping in with that, Elijah. Maybe Jalen Duran. That's a little bit later. Let's get to some of these later games. Yeah. Freesauce knows y'all don't go under. He tried to warn me last game, but it was too late for me to go under a J Poole against the Thunder. If Poole goes over against the Thunder, I'm out on his unders, bro. We are done taking unders for that man when he plays a good team. Can you get that? If you can get Dame for 7.5 dimes, I'm just running through these now with y'all real quick. Yeah, if you can get, you probably can't get -110 anymore. I missed this comment, my bad, William. But man, I can't believe they're even offering 7.5 like this. I do like it. I think the assists are probably better play than the points if you can't breathe, right? Like it's easier to pass the ball off and have somebody else work to get that. Of course, a lot of his assists will be driving to the bucket and kicking. I don't know how much he's going to be doing that. I think the assists are the better play for Dame than the points. I'll put it that way. If you can get that at -110, I would take it. I mean, the way that this is getting bet, you can see it's going to be 8.5 everywhere pretty soon because the over is -135. So the worse that these odds get for the over, the more likely it is to tip over into 8.5, and for the books to just move the whole lineup. They're not going to keep giving you 7.5 or -180. They're just going to be like, take 8.5 for +110 instead. That one assist could be a big deal. So keep that in mind. Did you like anything personally in this game, David, for Chicago, Milwaukee, before I just keep going?
I did pick up the assist for Dame. I also like the Middleton points, but the play that I'm really interested in that Freesauce and I were talking about, a couple comments in here too, is Beasley based on his volume of threes taken. I think it was he's took 13 the other game.
Malik?
Yeah.
Not Michael Beasley, Malik Beasley. For those of y'all who remember Michael Beasley. Yeah, we can go down there. We might as well look at this Nuggets Pistons game and get into that. So yeah, if there's nothing else, because Malik used to be on the Bucks, but he's not anymore. So maybe that was also some of the thought process there. But Beasley on the Pistons, we can go to the Nuggies game. I don't think we have an injury report even for Warriors and Suns. Let me see if they.
Not yet.
Yeah, neither team submitted it. Oh no, we got it now.
Okay.
But there's some questionable. So we know. Did y'all see Nurk Nurk got knee knocked. Like, dude got busted by Najee Marshall. By the way, if you come across Najee Marshall, don't fire him or don't fight him. Najee Marshall will whoop the shit out of you. That's he's a fucking black belt. So like watching Najee connect with Nurk, who I already don't really fucking like, connect with Nurk and watch Nurk just go until he falls down and then try to get back up like he can't. Oh my God, he got him right in the temple, dude. Better knockout than anything we've seen Jake Paul fucking do ever. That's for damn sure. That was fire. Bring back fighting in the NBA. Stop that. Joe Mazzulla was right. Joe Mazzulla is like, yo, let's get anyway. Bring back fighting, yo. Who doesn't miss that? Like Alonzo Mourning and Charles Oakley going at it. Fucking, I would pay to watch an NBA game more than I already do for that. All right, so we got Golden State and Phoenix. We'll look at that in a minute. Let me get to Detroit. So Day questionable, Moody questionable, and then we got Nurk out, Book out, and Grayson Allen out. Sorry for y'all that bet on Beasley 20.5 points yesterday. The man shot the ball 20 fucking times and couldn't make more than 5 of them. So I never bet on Beal. I never do. It was such a good moment in time. He had the volume. He still didn't get it. I'm clearly over it. It's all good. All right, let's look at Pistons Nuggets. I was trying to see. We got Ago out again. Aaron Gordon. Beef Stew's playing over here for Detroit. But more importantly for Denver, we got Gordon out and we got Jamal Murray probable. So we know he's going to be out there. So let's go back to this is what I was looking at yesterday with you guys because Denver played last night. Got they ass whooped by the and I'm going to look at Beasley, I promise. But they got their ass whooped by the Cavs, best team in the league, by the way, Cleveland Cavaliers. So give them that. Let's do what we did yesterday, though, which is take Aaron Gordon, put him off court, and see what happens. So MPJ, Nikola, and I'm going to get to these Pistons, I promise. MPJ, Nikola, and Jamal. We know those three. Then we know CB is going to be out there, and I believe it was Russ as well. So let's just start with how these 5 play together when they're on the floor. They've now played 26 minutes together without Aaron Gordon. Without Aaron Gordon. And in those 26 minutes, Michael Porter Jr. is averaging 23 per 36. He's not averaging 23 points a game. He's averaging 23.5 points per 36 minutes when he plays with this starting these 5 dudes on the floor. They've all played 26 minutes together this season. So it does look like Joker, right? He's at about 34.5 points. And then the rebounds and assists are a little bit lower for him. He's at about 9.69 rebounds. Nice. And then 8.3 dimes per 36. So that's actually a little bit low for the Joker. The points, and he's scoring a lot without Aaron Gordon, which makes sense. He has a little bit more room to work with down low because Aaron Gordon is the dude cutting on the baseline who takes up that interior space. And now we've got Joker occupying that a lot more. So the things that stand out to me is that Michael Porter Jr. averages 8 rebounds and 23 points per 36 minutes when he plays without Ago with these starters. And Jokic doesn't get dimes or boards nearly as much as he gets points when he plays with these 5 bros and without Michael Porter, without Aaron Gordon. So let's keep that in mind as we look at these props. And I guess we should talk that Russ has 7 dimes, 15 points per 36 as well. So let's take a look at that. I think what I am saying is fuck a whole bunch of Jamal Murray unless you maybe want the dimes for him. So actually we'll look at that. So dimes for Murray, points for Joker, rebounds for Michael Porter Jr. Is that 7.5? What do we think this is at? 6.5 is a doable number. The Pistons are a good rebounding team. They are limiting teams to the 6th fewest rebounds per game. So keep that in mind with these props. I'm starting to really like Joker on the points because I think that they can't afford to lose a 1-2, just 3rd game in a row. They really can't. So if he's going to take it upon himself to win this fucking game, I like his points. I like Murray's dimes. 6.5, very doable. Very, very doable. How are they against assists? 10th fewest assists. Somehow this, they're the 19th rated defensive team for Detroit. So we're doing this all together. I hope it's very clear that I'm not ready to bet on this game because I still need to look at it. So that's what I like right now. I'm gonna come back to it, but Nikola points, Jamal assists, MPJ boards. That's kind of where I'm at, and MPJ points if we're being honest. How does this team defend the spot up? Because that's what he'd be doing. They're 13th against the spot up. Let me just look at this real quick. Then we're going right to Malik Beasley because Free Sauce has good looks always. So we got to fucking look at it. So I'm going to NBA Advanced Stats because I want to see how does the Detroit Pistons do against the catch and shoot versus the pull up. So I'm on teams, opponent shooting. I'm going to change overall opponent shooting to general. Teams, opponent shooting, general. And then I'm going over here to shot range, and I'm changing shot range to catch and shoot. So what I've done now is shown how teams defend the catch and shoot, right? So you can see here the frequency with which the catch and shoot shot goes up against the Detroit Pistons. Not great. Let's see. They're middle of the pack. So they're actually limiting teams to a pretty low catch and shoot frequency, right? The amount of makes against them per game, though, they're giving it up. So they're giving up 11 field goals off the catch and shoot per game. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th most in the league. The field goal percentage has got to be high. Yeah, they're giving up the second highest field goal percentage against catch and shoot shooters. So while this is helpful here, when we look at Props Madness to see spot up and we look at the play type analysis, that's the one of the best functions. I would make sure you're using that. If you have Props Madness, make sure you're going down to the play type analysis and you're looking at how a defense defends this dude's preferred play type. So Michael Porter Jr. is scoring 23% of his points, almost 5 a game, off the spot up. But that is actually not even showing you how good he is because spot up is different than catch and shoot. Spot up means you're already set. You catch the ball as soon as it hits your hands, you put it up, right? The catch and shoot could be coming off a screen. You could be moving and fading. You can even catch the ball, take one dribble and pull it. And that is still considered catch and shoot. Did y'all see that form? Poof. Anyway, so that's the difference right there. So catch and shoot, we got to dive a little bit more deeply into this than just spot up. We actually see, because right here it says that Detroit is 13th best at limiting spot up shooters. Like, congratulations, but you're not as good at limiting the catch and shoot. In fact, you're basically like the bottom 5 limiting catch and shoot if you're this Detroit defense. That's what this man does, is he takes the most catch and shoot for this squad is Michael Porter Jr. So I'm really liking his points once again. We're getting 17.5 for -125 on DraftKings. I bet this man the last 3 games, he's hit the last 3 games. I don't know why we would stop now, right? He's still playing without Aaron Gordon. Without Aaron Gordon, he's taking a few more shots. He's getting a few more points. The thing that sucked yesterday, was that he played 32 minutes, but he barely played the third. So he only took 11 shots yesterday against the Cavs. Again, though, Cavs are a better team. I'm leaning there for him. Let me look at Malik. But we have 3 potential bets here for the Nuggets. It's Nikola Jokic over points. It's Jamal Murray over assists. And it's MPJ over points and maybe over rebounds as well. Might get the rebounds in there. We'll see. Probably not the rebounds. Bro hasn't 7 rebound chances, 9 rebound chances, 7. Are you going to go to the rim, Michael? Anyway, all right. So that's where we're at with those 3. Malik's a cash cow, bro. This is Free Sauce's boy and Legacy King, his boy as well. They love them some Malik, which is good because he's a fucking hooper. I always wonder why dude is not getting more minutes, but just because Cody asked me, and Cody's one of the homies for sure, can't in good conscience take anybody for OKC. I just don't know that this game is going to be within 30 points by the half. So if you've got Memphis tomorrow, what I'd be doing is limiting those minutes for the starters so they can just play fresh against Memphis tomorrow. So I'm kind of leaning on all the backups doing well for them and then get that. I got you, Daft, no doubt. Actually, if you want, I'll just send you the link to the YouTube video of me hitting the game winner from like 35 feet out in high school. Go to the state tourney. Not a big deal. It was wet that day, though, for sure. We were wet that day. All right, let me keep moving. Io, that sucks. I love Io so much. One of my favorite. And I mean, his name's AO, but like it's also because he's fucking goat. But all right, let me see. Yeah, for real. Also, what was with the ejections? Like, Najee just defended himself. Nurk should be out for a fucking month, and the other 2 should not be out because Nurk's a bitch. So anyway, exactly. And the 80s NBA would be like, where was the fight? When did you guys fight? I saw somebody shove somebody and then asked to be held back. And then I saw Najee clock Nurk and end it and just go night-night to him. So yeah, that was soft. You're right about that. Let's see real quick. Yeah, I could see it. The thing I don't like about this is I don't like the assist. So the reason I like the triple double yesterday for Joker, and we took that and hit it, was because I like the assists against Cleveland. I don't really like the dimes as much against Detroit for homie. So that's kind of why I'm off of that. Wow, that is a crazy stat, bro. 6-1 with Russell. That's insane. And 10-10 without him starting. Jamal Murray's not that good. That's kind of what that's telling me, just so y'all know. But that's a crazy stat. Let's see. Yeah, I think Joker's gotta get the points more than anything. So I think we're looking at Joker for the for that. Let me see real quick. Yeah, this is what we're looking at for Aaron Gordon. All right, let me get to. And Amber doesn't like PJ. PJ, he's not a consistent player, bro. You're totally right, Amber. Like PJ is someone I just stay. I tried to make a bet on him when Luka was out the other day. Didn't work out. We're good on PJ for a grip. All right, so no, we never forget about Kessler. Don't worry about that. We'll get to Kessler. Let's see. Somewhere Bill Lambier is crying. Yeah, he's crying with the game that he loves, or I don't know, the fighting that he loved. So Malik is a really good basketball player. This man is still at 15.5 points. You can get 14. Is this the disrespect you guys were talking about in the comments? That's disrespectful. Bro, the Nuggets are horrible on defense. They give up a hella catch and shoot too. What are we doing? What are we doing? We got to hit this. What did y'all play, David? What did you and Free Sauce cook up?
So Free Sauce is on. He's trying to lead the league in threes. And he's launching I think it's 13 a game. So we did a ladder from I think 4 to 7.
Holy shit! And he used to be on this team.
Yeah.
They didn't do right by him, as I recall. Interesting.
The only thing I want to bring up that where'd it go? So someone just mentioned is Pinnacle has it, I think here it is, at 14.5.
Yeah.
And DK at 15.5. So I don't know.
Yeah. No, I mean that's J-Main is exactly right to bring that up, and I appreciate that, bro. That makes my heart sore that you would say something like that, J-Main, because that's exactly fucking right. Which is Pinnacle is bringing this shit down. DK is going to, not only is this important because DK is wrong, and it makes you wonder, why does DK why does Pinnacle, who is smarter than DK, why is their line at 14 and DK is at 15, right? The other thing is DK is a copycat because they don't have a brain for themselves. They have to copy the smart books. That's what everybody does. That's why all these lines are so freaking similar to each other. I'm not even gonna look this up. I was gonna get into the drama, but that's why all these lines are so similar everywhere you look. 3.5, even money on multiple books, all within 10 cents of each other, because they all copy each other, right? Because there can't be any inefficiencies in the market or they'll get slammed. Like if DK was dumb enough to have this at 2.5, then everybody would just be slamming that because that's better than the price available everywhere else. So this is exactly right to think that way. The thing is, this is going to help us. DK is going to come down then onto 14.5 because they're, like I said, going to copy the other book. The threes are a great look. He is 11 of his 16 shots were threes, 10 of 15, 11 of 15. So that's 2/3 of his shots are basically threes. So the threes are the play. In fact, if he doesn't hit threes, he probably doesn't get points this season. One way to look at that real quick to double check, I'm going to look at the points and I'm going to take the advanced filters and I'm going to go in the games where Malik has hit a certain amount of threes. Does he go over on his points, right? So if I take this and say Malik hits under 4 threes, so I'm saying 0 to 3 threes. If he has not, when he has not hit 4 3-pointers this season, he has gone over 15.5 points. Let's make it 14.5. He's gone over 14.5 points once. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm looking at here is how many games did Malik Beasley get over 14.5 when, because of this filter, when he's hit 0 to 3 3-point shots? The answer is once against the Hawks. He took 14 shots in that game. He hit 3 threes and 3 free throws. And in that game, he managed to get 22 points. So the threes is the play. There's almost no point in taking the points because if he doesn't get the threes, he's not getting the points. And you get this fire juice for the threes. So I love where y'all's heads at. Can I tail this ladder? Can I have permission to tail the ladder from y'all, David? Is it
approved?
All right, cool. We got verbal confirmation.
I mean, it's really Free Cross. So
what's that? Yeah, I mean, I'm asking on behalf of Free Sauce. I am asking on behalf of him. But yeah, let's get the threes in there. Let me answer this too real quick. So Chamu, if you are looking for the bets and anybody else, They are scrolling on the bottom line as of right now. And I believe we're going to take that down because we're going to add Malik. Like, come on now. Man is chucking threes. You laddered him to 7. I love it. I absolutely love it. All right. I'm going to put this in the Discord for a minute. Can you throw Malik Beasley over 3.5? Even money is the best number, right? For that. So yeah, let's take that on DK, David. If you can throw that on the bottom line. Malik Beasley over 3.5 threes, even money on the DraftKings. And I'm going to throw that into the Discord real quick after I fucking fix this. All right. And like I said, if you are missing anything right now, go ahead and check the bottom line, which will have the updated Malik Beasley look here as well. Stand by. My computer's being a dick. All right. All right, cool. Here we go. All right, added to the card at Malik Beasley over 3.53 plus 100 on DK. He's cooking right now, and as long as he's taking those, then I love it. Playable to mine. I love it. Playable to -115. Why do I sound like such a fucking loser? Let's see. Let's go to DK. I'm also going to look at FanDuel real quick, just because this is not pulling through on Props Madness. Always make sure you're shopping those lines. If you have not yet, go ahead and give that video a like if you would. It goes a super long way. We got some codes and some discounts and some promos going for y'all. So if you do want to jump into the VIP, go ahead and use where are you at? Go ahead and use up 44. That'll get you 44% off your first month. And it's because we're 44.6 units up on the season right now, looking to get to 100. We're not even halfway through the season, and we're almost halfway to the goal. So feeling really good that we're on track there. I upped it from 60. I started at 60 units as the goal for the regular season and was like, nah, that ain't going to do it. Once we got to 30 real quick, it was like, we got to get this up to 100. So we're going to be looking to do that. If you do want to jump in, go ahead and use code up 44. If you would like to also get in, let me 1 second. If you would also like to get into the VIP for a free month, you can see right now REBET is scrolling underneath me. It says REBET, get 100% deposit match. Yeah, you can put that one back up, David. Thank you. Actually, yeah, let's leave it off for a minute. Sorry, because I want to show everybody that we've got Sleeper. That's going to change to REBET, BETMGM, Underdog. What I need you to do is sign up for one of those books. Use code LYB. We can bring that back up. Where'd you put that, David? You had a good one. Yeah, thank you. Sorry. You can use code LYB. That'll get you a free month. If you go ahead and screenshot that you did sign up for one of these books here, you can see Underdog right there right now. I'll get you a free month. Screenshot that you did this. Send me the screenshot, and I will get you a free month in the VIP as well. Or you can just use code up44 and get 44% off your first month and keep it rolling. So if you're able to get those things out, go ahead and do that. We got a couple more. We can definitely keep looking for a minute. Ooh, I'm probably not going to touch anything to do with assists for MPJ, my G. Like if you, whenever we have a reason, this is just something that he doesn't do. So if you're going to take, like, it could be a sharp pick, right? It could be a sharp look to go MPJ assist, something he doesn't usually do. But I need a reason. Like, why do you think assist for him? Is it because he dimes up a bit more with Aaron Gordon now, right? Like, let me know what the angle would be for something like that before I would want to take it. So, yeah, shaking my head, Eddie Vedder or Eddie V. So fucking stupid. Yeah. Anyway, what's up, Prime Picks? I see you all the time on Twitter, bro. Good to have you in here. Are you talking about Miles, right? Not Mikhail for the rebounds? Let me know which Bridges you're talking about there. All right. Let's see. I got that. So what's the, I was just going to finish up the Malik bet because I want to hit 5+ with you guys too. Let's see where we're at with Malik on the threes over here. Looking for that volume. So his core prop is going to be, this mic out of my face, 3.5 for -104. This is not the place to take it because DraftKings has a better number. So let me just go to DK real quick and see about this Malik ladder right quick. On Detroit. Okay. Player threes. Did you guys get a really good number on all this stuff, David?
I was just typing to check out your screen. Yeah,
thank you.
I think I got, let me tell you, I forget what it was. I think I might have been +500 all the way up.
Screen. All right. Plus 500 to 7. So I'm missing out. 5 plus.
Oh, no, I did it up to 6 plus 425.
Sheesh.
5 plus 205.
He could very well hit 7. That's worth like a
And
0.1
4
unit,
plus
isn't it?
minimum.
Yeah. Plus 170 for 5 plus here. What was it on? Come on, where are you at, FanDuel? Why did I do that? All right, what is it on FanDizzy for the 5 plus? If I'm missing a better number anywhere, feel free to just jump in the chat and be like, "Hey, dipshit, it's 5 plus on plus 3 on bet 365 is better." Don't call me dipshit though. I'm sensitive. Player made threes. Let's see. Leak for the 5 plus is plus 205. So that's a way better number over here. DraftKings, you bum. You were better. Now you're not. All right, whatever. Plus 205 for the 5 plus. I like that too. Wow, just the attempts. Yeah, I mean, the points are so low that I do want to take them as well because Denver sucks. Maybe it should be both. How did you bet on him, Daft? Would love to know. I sounds like you took the points, but I know you didn't just leave it at the points. Like, I know you got to be right. Cool.
I took the points almost as like a way to sort of soften the blow if I miss on the ladder.
Yeah, it's just gonna suck if it doesn't hit at all, right?
yeah.
And that's why I'm not gonna do that, David. I'm glad you brought it up. The reason I wouldn't do that, and I'm sorry to tell you this after you did it, but the only reason I wouldn't do that is the stuff that I was looking at here, where if he doesn't hit the threes and he goes 0 to 3 threes, then the points just aren't as likely. So it's correlated that if he hits the threes, he'll go over. So taking him to hit the threes but not go over, there's no real correlation there to help you out. So that's the only thing, but that would be my look there. I got to hit the 5 plus though, because I'm not going to miss out on 2 to 1. So we're going to take that on FD. I'm going to add that. Do you mind adding that to the bottom line, David? The 5 plus on FD for Malik is plus 205. I'm going to hit that as well. All right.
Do you want to do a full unit or?
For Malik, no, let's do half a unit. Thank you for asking that. Just because that'll get us a full unit back. 5 plus 3 p.m. is plus 205 on FD. I really hope y'all hit the full ladder, man. That'd be awesome. All right. Let's see if we can find anything else before.
What was the number on FanDuel?
Plus 205. But I think you still play that plus 170. All right. Cool. We out here. Hey. All right, let me get back to this. All right, cool. So let me get back to what we're doing here and see what we got. Damn. Daft hit the points at 1 unit in a small play on 5 and 6 threes. Yeah, just bypass the 4 threes because the points feel like so fucking gettable, especially at 14.5 minus 115. Like, that is a really nice play. I wouldn't tell anybody not to take that, honestly. Did you take 14.5 points, David, or 15.5? Oh, great. Thank you for bringing that up. But will you let me know before I answer this
14.5.
Okay, yeah. Brilliant. Love you for it. Great question. Shadow speaking. For those of y'all that are not familiar with what a unit is, and there are only good questions asked in this chat, so I appreciate it. A unit is essentially the measurement that you would use to say how much you're betting, right? So for me, a unit is personal. It's everybody has their own unit size. My unit size, for instance, might be that every bet I make is $100. So my unit size is $100. So if I say that I made 5 units, I've made $500 because that's my bet size that I use. If I'm betting half of a unit, right, I'm betting $250 on a bet. And the unit size often indicates how confident you are in a bet or what are the return odds on the bet, right? So if I bet half a unit on something, it's probably because it's 2 to 1 or 3 to 1. So I get a larger payout. So I don't need as much of the wager to bet because I'll still get. So if I bet half a unit on this, the Malik Beasley bet, for instance, if I bet half a unit on him to get let's go to the threes. If I bet a half a unit to him for him to get 4 threes and he hits, I'm going to make half that full unit, that full half a unit back. So I'm going to make $250 back if I bet $250 and this bet hits, right? So units is just a way that I don't have to be like, I made $5,000 this year. Everybody has their own unit size that they use. It's easier than being like, this is how much I'm betting, because a unit shows you the level of confidence that you have in a bet. If I bet 2 units on something, I have a large amount of confidence in it. I also probably won't be doing that very much. I usually stick to 1 unit per bet. Sometimes I'll do a half a unit on, say, like the Malik Beasley, more threes, blah, 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 right? So if you have more questions about that, hit me on the side. Anybody that has questions like any of that type of stuff, it's at JL Boogie on Twitter and Discord. Happy to answer all of that. And this is another good way to look at it from what Free Sauce is saying. This is actually the best where you should be starting. Thank you. So if you are a unit, each bet should be about 1 unit. 1 unit for if you're deciding how much that should be for you. It should be 1 to 2 to 3, sometimes 5. 5 would be where I'd max out 5% of your bankroll that you would bet on a specific bet. So if you have $1,000 in your account, you should be spending about $1 to $5 per bet as to be an efficient bettor, because $1 would be 1% of that. $5 would be, and actually it's a little bit more than that. It would be 10 to 50, right? Because that'd be 1%. Am I doing that wrong? 1,000 times 0.1 is a 0.01. It's 10. Yeah. So it'd be 10 to 50, $10 to $50. If you have $1,000, it would be 10 to $50 per bet. That would be the unit. So hopefully that helps y'all. But yeah. Which one's that? Which game are you talking about, bro? For the ML and spread, please do not. I mean, if you're just talking about in general, I definitely don't. But another great question from Patricio. When should you cash out? When is a good time to do so? There's a couple of ways to answer that, but no doubt, Shadow speaking. If you have questions about it, hit me back too. Happy to answer anything more about that. When you're talking about cashing out, my suggestion here is, what are you using the money for? That's number one. And this is just my philosophical thing. If anybody meets with me one-on-one and we talk about sports betting consultation stuff, what I'm going to tell you, my very first question to you is going to be, why are you doing this? If you're just saying you just want to make some money to have some money on the side, okay, great. If you're just saying you love the thrill of sports betting, all right. But for me, the answer is, the point is, I need to know what I'm doing with the money before I even start betting. Because if I don't, then I'm probably going to waste it. I'm going to be dumb about it. But if I have a goal in mind and I'm saying to myself, I want to make $10,000 betting on sports this year in the calendar year, then I know I have a goal. I can stay focused on it, and then I move forward. So that's what the answer to this question is what are you doing with the money? Why do you need it? The second part of this is just, if you don't need it, start raising the amount that you bet. So if you start with $1,000 in your account, one bet should be $10 to $50 to $20 in that range, right? If you double that, triple that, let's say you get it up to 5,000. Now you can take your bets and multiply them by 5, right? You can bet more. You can go $50 a bet. You can go $30 a bet. And that would be, you can go $60 a bet. It's going to be a little bit higher. So you raise how much you're betting, and now you're going to make more money. It's just that simple. So you got to have those those options in there. If you don't want to keep betting more, and you just want to take what you have and keep betting $10, $20, do it that way. That's fine. Keep the money in there that you need. Keep the $1,000 that you need in the account, and then pull all your winnings as soon as you win them. That's one way to do it, and I would never talk shit on that. If, for me personally, what I'm doing when I make more money in an account, for the most part, is I'm starting to up the unit size. So now I have $5,000 in my account. All right, let me go from $10 a bet to $50 a bet, right? That kind of thing. So that's how I look at cashing out. But ask yourself, what am I doing for the money? Because for some of us, I mean, if we're just going to make this money to then drink and smoke it away, that's some college shit. Like, if you're an adult and you're sports betting to make money, do something with the money. Have an intent for it, right? Hopefully you either have a family, buy yourself a fucking PS5, do something with it other than just go smoke and drink it away, right? That's what I would suggest. You're talking to someone who likes to smoke and drink. So I hope that resonates with y'all. All right, Malik, we're good on. Let me see what else we're missing here. But I appreciate all these questions, bro. These are really good questions as well. I don't do DFS as much, only because I don't like the fucking, the bullshit that comes along with it. But yeah, I mean, look, power to you, bro. We'll spark one up before too long, I'm sure. Maybe we'll get some of street creds grow. All right, let's see real quick if I'm missing anything that I do want to look at. Yes, this is the word that I should have been using, is investment. It is an investment, yo. This is not like, you should be looking at the money that you're betting with as something that you're not going to touch until you get more of it, right? Until you have the investment, and what the investment is for should be what you're looking at as well. But I love the way that you put this as well, Free Sauce. Let me see real quick. Smoking and betting. Yeah, I'm not even telling you not to smoke. I'm just saying, like, have something to do with the money. Like, get your stash money. You got your stash money. You're good. And then whatever. All right. Yes, Thomas, I am going to do NFL in a little bit. I'm going to get to a few more bets here. I'm probably going to jump off in just a sec. And then I will be putting up NFL stuff. I like Chase Brown. I think that game already started. Did he already get his 27 yards receiving? Because Chase Brown should be doing big things today. And smoking while betting to get locked in. Bro, I wonder how much of this country actually fucking smokes these days. And yes, we do. Yes, all us ADHD folk have to understand that, bro. Yo, honestly, that's going to be the first poll that we run for the rest of these shows, David. I think it needs to be, are you currently smoking? Did you smoke before this show? Or do you plan on smoking right after this show? We're going to get 100% on or are you not high at all and you don't smoke? It's going to be like a 5% people that don't. JB is a game time decision. That's great. All right, let me try to close this out, as I've now just been ranting about smoking weed and making investment funds this whole fucking show. We still don't know what's up. That's the problem, is we don't know what's up with these games. So I'm not going to be able to find much. We don't know what's up with Joel. If Joel is out, let me throw this at y'all. I mean, everybody wants to bet on Yabu anyway, right? And I think we got Andre Drummond questionable. So for this Philly-Utah game, I'm looking at Yabu. Oh my God, I got a foot cramp. We got Meech. All right, we got 30 minutes. Let's close it on that. Yabu for Philly. You know what I like? I haven't bet it yet because I got to look at it more, which is Jokic points, Murray assists, Porter points and rebounds. That's what I like there. We love Malik Beasley. Shout out to Free Sauce and David for making sure that I knew about this one too, because it's a fire look for Malik Beasley to kill tonight with his threes and his points, however you want to run it. So that's what I like there. Just trying to give you these looks ahead of time because we're going to close here on this Charlotte game, see if we can get some props up. Golden State, I don't think I would bet on them with your money. If you guys handed me $20 right now, I'd go donate it to charity before I bet on this fucking game, because the Warriors, I don't know what Schroeder is going to do to this team. I have no idea. So we all thought Schroeder was going to do great last night. Maybe some points, maybe some dimes, no Steph. Right? It was all Jonathan Kuminga. From what I heard, Jonathan Kuminga's on the outs with the coaching staff, but then all of a sudden he's dropping 34 and 10. Fuck, bro. I have no idea. So I'm out on the Warriors are the Heat right now to me. I'm out. And this is a team that I follow. I used to cover this team for 4 years. I know the coaching staff. I know people on the staff. I still have connections there. I still have no fucking clue what to do with the Warriors. But if I do put a Warriors bet out, you could probably trust it a little bit more than most teams. All right, so for this squad, we got Bridges set to go off, probably, but I'm not betting over on Bridges. I'll tell you that right now. Not as the main. He's now going to be a lot more the main ball handler against this team. Good on that. What's Meech at? If we take Meech, we're taking him for points and assists, because whenever I bet the points, homie has gone and gotten the assists. When I've taken the assists, he's gotten the points. So what's the points and assists together? Dumb high, because it's 6.5 on the dimes, 12.5 on the points. I do not like it. There's nobody else to fucking play for this team. So let's at least do this. Let's do without LaMelo. Let's see. I mean, look at these points, bro. And Brandon Miller. And both those dudes are out in this game, right? So let me yeah, this is without LaMelo. And then either Miles Bridges or okay, there's something here. There's something here for Meech. All right, let me do this way. Let's see. What's it? It's a Knicks. He was 3 for 10 here. 6 for 12, 1 for 4, 6 for 15. So he's taking about 10 to 12 shots per game when he plays without all the other bros. What are the dimes at here without LaMelo? At about 6.5 dimes and 12.5 points. So they just put his averages up for when he's playing without LaMelo is what we got here. Although we got 13.5 on Pinnacle. Interesting. Why? I don't trust it. I guess if he's playing against backups, that would be the only thing. And he's playing against his former team. I don't know how much there is to this. Is there anything here head-to-head since he left the squad? What about last season? Head-to-head last year? Oh, right. He was on the Thunder for most of last year. I think Meech is the play out of all this, to be honest. I don't know if Mark Williams is playing, but Nick Richards has some low shit here too. What's his boards at? 6.5. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at this a little bit more closely. I don't feel the strong urge to bet on Meech with those high numbers, and I don't feel the urge to bet. Did we get a Mark Williams update? I think you gave me one, David. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah. So he is listed as starting.
Cool. All right. This bothers me though. And this is a good question from Elaine, which is, are we still betting with Isaiah Joe? Are we betting Isaiah Joe? It's a good question. It makes me nervous, but I already got the bet in. So yeah, I need to be kept in check like this. I'm gonna keep it a bug, bro. Let's get away from this game. Let's take Kings money line. I love when people step in like, the fuck are you still talking about the Hornets for? Like, you're right. I don't have a good reason. That's on me, blood. I appreciate the call out. I'm gonna keep it a bug, bro. What the fuck are you doing right now? All right, Kings money line. No, I mean, yes, that is a good look because when a coach is out, then you do it for the Gipper. De'Aaron Fox is going to be happy to be out there without Mike Brown up his ass. So, like, I get all that. But man, dog, like, what do you want me to say about this game just yet? I don't know if LBJ or AD are playing, so I can't do nothing with it, man. I'm sorry. If you want to take the Kings money line, that's a look. What is that at? Let me just see what is on DK real quick. It's going to crack me up every time when somebody comes in the chat with like, what the fuck are you looking at? Can you please get to a game that doesn't suck between two actual NBA teams and not the Hornets and whoever the fuck they're playing? The ML is 100. It is minus 120. Yeah, the public is with this. And probably the sharps actually are the ones that are, because the sharps that I know that I speak to consistently, the first thing I was told yesterday is like, I know this is me coming in and ruining my own bet, but like, you got to take the team who just fired their coach to win. It's like what they do. So minus 120, this shit's already been nuked. You could probably get a better price if you look at if you shop this around a little bit. This is why we say have as many books as you can, right? It's not because you're giving the books more money. You don't have to give them more money. You just need an account with them so you can bet if you have a better line. Let me look at the markets here. Let's go all the way down to the Kings. The money line minus 115 on BetMGM is the best number for the money line for the Kings. I like it. I mean, that's where I'd be going. I don't even know who's playing for the Lakers right now, so I can't necessarily do it in all good conscience. But all right, I got a dip. I'm going to get some bets in on the VIP. I know some of y'all already signed up for the VIP during the show. So I think some of y'all are like looking how to get in. You sent me some screenshots. Great. This is the last thing I'm going to say. If you do want to jump into the VIP Discord, where we are 44.5 units up, either use code UP44. That'll get you 44% off your first month. Bro, I'm not gonna lie. We actually have another code available too. It's Revenge. So if you do want to get in, Revenge still has like 3 codes left as well. So you can get, that is for 35%. So either use Revenge or use UP44 and you will get a discount. Revenge is going to be for 35% off your first month. UP44 is going to get you 44% off your first month in the VIP Discord. Revenge, UP44. Either of those codes are going to work. Hopefully y'all are listening to catch that. If you do, yes, thank you, David. If you do want to get in for a free month, though, you can get in if you do sign up for one of the books that we have linked in the description of the video. We got Underdog, we got BetMGM, we got Sleeper, we got REBET, and we have BETR. And if you don't have an account with any of those ones I just said, BETR is BETR, BETR, REBET, Underdog, BetMGM, Sleeper. Those are the 5. If you don't have one with those, go ahead and sign up. Screenshot to me that you did sign up for those accounts, and I will get you a free month in the VIP Discord as well. I'm going to be back here. I'm going to get a video up tonight for tomorrow, I believe, in the NBA. I'll do my best. I'm going to get this football video up right now for the NFL as soon as I get a few more plays in for the NBA. Anybody has any question about anything, you can hit me on at JL Boogie on Twitter and Discord. As you can see here, Free Sauce and the sharp guest cappers that we have in the Discord, they're going to be in the NBA discussion channel in the free VIP. They're carrying us. They're carrying me, honestly. So I appreciate it from all of y'all. But appreciate everybody in here, man. Give that video a like one more time if you would. If you have not, and I will be seeing y'all. So best of luck with everything tonight. And until I see y'all next, happy betting.